Hello, our Lives channel. Today, we're diving deep into the drama, tension, and emotional twists set to unfold in Salem on Friday, October 3rd. Fans of Days of Our Lives know that every week brings fresh heartbreaks, shocking revelations, and complicated family conflicts. But this particular episode is shaping up to be a turning point for several major characters. From the return of Jeremy Horton to Paulina Price's growing rage over the blackout scandal, there's plenty to unpack. Let's explore each storyline in detail. Paulina Price takes aim at E.J. DiMera. Paulina Price has never been one to shy away from confrontation, and this week she directs her fiery anger straight at E.J. DiMera. The fallout from the recent citywide blackout is still rippling through Salem, and Paulina suspects E.J. has played a larger role than he's willing to admit. Even as E.J. tries to minimize his involvement, Paulina presses harder, determined to hold someone accountable for the chaos that left Salem residents in fear and confusion. Paulina's frustrations are rooted not only in the power outage itself, but in the way it disrupted essential city services and endangered lives. Elderly residents struggled without medical equipment, businesses suffered financial losses, and families were left in the dark, literally and emotionally. E.J., with his political ambitions and history of scheming, makes an easy target for Paulina's fury. Yet viewers know E.J. never backs down easily. Will he double down with lies, or attempt to manipulate Paulina into silence? Their confrontation promises sparks, and perhaps even new political fallout. Kat Green and Gwen von Leuschner's uneasy alliance. While Paulina battles E.J., another intriguing storyline is brewing at the bistro. Gwen von Leuschner meets with Kat Green, and although their meal appears casual, it's anything but friendly. Kat presents herself as Gwen's ally, someone open to conversation and bonding, but beneath the surface she has an ulterior motive. Kat is quietly fishing for information, and her questions may circle back to E.J. This uneasy dynamic between Gwen and Kat is fascinating because both women are skilled manipulators in their own right. Gwen, having survived betrayal and loss, tends to guard her secrets closely, but Kat's charm may wear down her defenses. The bistro scene isn't just filler. It's a chess game in which every word has consequences. If Gwen slips up, Kat could gain valuable insight into Salem's web of secrets. The shocking return of Jeremy Horton. One of the biggest surprises of the episode is the return of Jeremy Horton. After years away, Jeremy reappears in Salem with a new job, new goals, and perhaps unfinished business. For longtime viewers, Jeremy's reemergence is more than a nostalgic moment. It's a chance to revisit a complicated character with a checkered past. Julie Williams, ever the gracious matriarch, welcomes Jeremy with warmth. She congratulates him on his accomplishments and offers encouragement as he reintegrates into Salem's close-knit community. But while Julie sees the potential for redemption, others aren't so sure. Jeremy carries baggage, especially when it comes to Stephanie Johnson, and his re-entry into her orbit may reopen old wounds. Stephanie Johnson faces emotional turmoil. Stephanie Johnson has worked hard to move forward with her life, building a new relationship with Alex Kyriakis and trying to leave her troubled past behind. But Jeremy's sudden return threatens to upend her stability. Years ago, Jeremy was not only her boyfriend but also a source of emotional pain. Their relationship was rocky, with accusations of manipulation and abuse haunting their past. As Alex gently but firmly questions Stephanie about her history with Jeremy, she feels torn between honesty and fear. Should she relive her trauma to prepare Alex for what might come, or should she stay silent in hopes that Jeremy won't stir trouble? The emotional weight is heavy, and viewers will see Stephanie's struggle play out in raw, heartfelt moments. The tension reaches a peak when Jeremy, carrying a bouquet of flowers, appears before Stephanie. His presence is disarming, part apology, part plea for a second chance. But can flowers erase years of pain? Stephanie knows the danger of being pulled back into toxic patterns, and Alex, protective and steadfast, won't allow her to face this battle alone. The drama here isn't just about romance. It's about survival, healing, and the courage to move forward. Chad DiMera's conflicted heart and Thomas's distress. Meanwhile, Chad DiMera continues to wrestle with personal dilemmas. On the surface, Chad is embracing a new chapter with Kat Green, even going so far as to assure her that he intends to tell his family about their romance. His smile and confident words suggest commitment, but deep down, Chad harbors doubts. The source of his concern? His young son, Thomas DiMera. Children often perceive truths adults try to hide, and Thomas has picked up on Chad's lies. Not only does he know his father is dating Kat, but he also recognizes the eerie connection between Kat and the late Abigail DiMera. Kat once pretended to be Abigail, an act that unsettled Thomas deeply. Now, he struggles to process his emotions, torn between grief for his mother and confusion about his father's choices. Chad, ever the devoted father, notices the changes in Thomas's behavior. Strange remarks, quiet withdrawal, and bursts of frustration signal that Thomas is carrying a heavy emotional burden. Sooner or later, Chad will have to address his son's concerns head-on. The conversation will not be easy, as it forces Chad to reconcile his desire for new love with his responsibility as a father still guiding his children through grief. The bigger picture, Salem at a crossroads. Friday's episode doesn't just spotlight individual conflicts. It paints a larger picture of Salem at a crossroads. Power struggles, both literal and metaphorical, dominate the landscape. Paulina is trying to restore trust in leadership after the blackout. EJ is maneuvering to protect his power and reputation. Stephanie is caught between past trauma and present love. Chad is balancing personal happiness with parental duty. And into this delicate balance strides Jeremy, ready or not to reclaim a place in the town's intricate tapestry. The common thread is choice. Each character must decide how to handle the challenges before them. Do they embrace honesty or fall back on deception? Do they seek redemption or repeat destructive cycles? Salem thrives on these moral dilemmas, and Friday's episode promises to push several characters to their limits. Final thoughts. As Days of Our Lives unfolds on Friday, October 3rd, fans can expect a blend of nostalgia, suspense, and emotional depth. Jeremy's return shakes old wounds, Paulina's fury keeps EJ on edge, and Chad's family struggles remind us that even in a town filled with schemes, it's the personal relationships that cut the deepest. Next, Salem, USA, Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Today in the quiet, yet perpetually dramatic, town of Salem, the lives of its beloved residents were once again thrown into a whirlwind of emotions. From shattered romances to bewildering medical mysteries and the ever-present shadow of deception. This episode of Days of Our Lives delivered a potent mix of heartache and suspense, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. A love triangle's bitter end. Holly and Tate's rocky road hits another dead end. The young hearts of Salem are often as tumultuous as its adult relationships, and today was no exception. The on-again, off-again romance between Holly Jonas and Tate Black once again spiraled into a painful separation, leaving both teenagers reeling. In a scene that tugged at the heartstrings, Tate, his voice thick with tears and desperation, pleaded with Holly in her hospital room. "Please don't leave us now," he implored, his words echoing the fragility of their bond. But Holly, her own pain simmering just beneath the surface, delivered a crushing blow. "You've ruined what's left of our relationship," she stated, her voice trembling but resolute. "I can't be part of this love triangle anymore." With those final, heartbreaking words, she bid him to leave, severing a connection that had seen more twists and turns than the Salem River itself. As Tate, defeated and heartbroken, made his exit, Holly succumbed to her own torrent of emotions. Maggie Horton Kyriakis, ever the compassionate confidant, arrived to comfort her distraught niece. Through sobs, Holly confessed the depth of her despair, admitting she had messed everything up. She revealed the true catalyst for her recent drunken stupor and the accidental fire it caused: Tate's infidelity. The betrayal had sent her spiraling, leading to choices she now deeply regretted. Maggie, with her characteristic wisdom and unwavering support, gently but firmly reminded Holly that alcohol, drugs, and breaking rules are not solutions to problems and pain. Holly, though ashamed, understood the gravity of her actions and promised to strive for better. Maggie, in a tender moment of forgiveness, assured Holly of her unconditional love and support, urging her to reach out next time she found herself in distress. It was a poignant reminder of the enduring power of family amidst life's storms. A medical mystery deepens, Brady's unsuspecting path to paternity. Meanwhile, at the bustling university hospital, a medical revelation sent shockwaves through Brady Black, though he remained blissfully unaware of its true implications. Dr. Kayla Brady Johnson, with her usual calm professionalism, delivered news that left Brady stunned. Tesoro and Tate were not compatible. This seemingly innocuous update sent Brady back to square one in his desperate search for a suitable bone marrow donor, a mission made all the more urgent by his unwavering belief that he was expecting a boy with his new love. The irony of the situation was palpable to viewers, yet entirely lost on Brady. The notion that Tate could be the father of Sophia's unborn child was a twist so audacious, so days of our lives, that it simply didn't cross Brady's mind. Things like this never happen in Salem, he might have thought, a testament to his ingrained, yet often misplaced, sense of normalcy in a town where the extraordinary is, in fact, the everyday. As Brady grappled with the news, his thoughts drifted to his late father, Victor Kyriakis, a man who faced every challenge head-on. How would Victor have handled this latest setback? Brady pondered. The puzzle pieces continued to refuse to fit. Why would Sophia lie about the gender of their child, insisting it was a girl when Brady was so convinced it was a boy? The answer, unknown to Brady, was slowly, dramatically, and inevitably unfolding. The hospital corridors buzzed with quiet goodbyes and lingering questions. Kayla, ever the dedicated doctor, had to return to her duties, but not before offering words of encouragement to Brady. She expressed her heartfelt desire for him and Tate to find peace amidst the ongoing turmoil, a sentiment echoed by her husband, Steve Patch Johnson. Soon after, Tate, still reeling from his breakup with Holly, appeared, seeking solace and perhaps a touch of guidance from his father. A brief exchange about his latest mistake served as a poignant prelude to his departure for work, leaving Brady to contend with a web of deceit he was yet to fully comprehend. Later, Kayla returned to Holly's room, ready to discharge her young patient. Before sending her home, however, she had a vital conversation with Holly about her alcohol use, emphasizing the importance of rest and self-care. Holly, eager to make amends, declared her intention to return to the dorm, apologize to her peers, and retrieve her phone, small steps on a long road to recovery. The unfolding drama, what lies ahead? Today's episode was a masterclass in setting the stage for future revelations and conflicts. The painful end of Holly and Tate's relationship, fueled by betrayal and reckless choices, will undoubtedly have lasting repercussions for both teenagers and their families. How will Holly navigate her recovery? And what role will Maggie continue to play in her emotional journey? More significantly, the medical mystery surrounding Tesoro and Tate's incompatibility, coupled with Sophia's alleged gender deception, promises to explode into one of Salem's most shocking paternity reveals. The notion that Tate could be the father of Sophia's baby, and thus Brady's own son, is a classic Days of Our Lives twist that will undoubtedly send seismic waves through the Black family and beyond. How will Brady react when the truth inevitably comes to light? What will be the fallout for Sophia, Tate, and the delicate family dynamics?